Hey guys, Timmy from Recretec. Today we're going to show you how to measure a boat so that your perfect frame, the Recretec frame, fits your boat perfectly. The first thing to do is grab an oar, or an oar shaft is much easier. You don't have to mess with the blade. Find center of boat, front to back, on your straight length. Fortunately on this boat, we have a center D-ring we can go off of. Some boats don't, so you'll have to measure inside to inside. Check and look, yep, we're at center. We offer two different standard frame lengths, an 81.5 inch and a 74.5 inch. Our 81.5 inch frame accepts two 16-inch dry boxes, a 19-inch cooler opening, and a 23 3/4 inch rower's foot bay. Our 74.5 inch frame accepts two 13-inch dry boxes, a 17-inch cooler opening, and a 23 3/4 inch rower's foot bay. The combination of those two frames, two lengths, fits just about any boat you need. We can build you anything you want, and we're happy to at a small additional charge. However, these frames are going to be mostly componentized and ready to final assembly and ship to you so that we can get them to you in just a few days or a week or so. After we find center of boat for the 81.5 inch frame, we just want to measure 40 inches front to back and make a mark. 40 inches from the center of the oar shaft, 40 inches, and we make those marks. We repeat the same thing on the other side. After we measure those forward aft, 40 inches both sides, which I've already got the 40 inches on the other side, the mark, we roll our oar shaft to there, hold it in place, make sure we're lined up, and we measure inside to inside of the narrowest part of the boat. We come up there with about 35.5 inches. We want to write that down. That tells us how wide of a dry box we can put in there without it rubbing on the tube and making marks or rubbing a hot spot. Next, we measure from the inflated floor to underneath the oar shaft. We're about 11 inches. That tells us how far we can drop our dry boxes down in there without it rubbing on the floor. Last, we're going to measure from the ground up to the bottom of the oar shaft to tell us our tube diameter. Now this is a diminishing tube boat, so our tube diameter here is definitely going to be a little different than in the middle since the tube diminishes. This is extremely important on a diminishing tube boat, that these measurements are accurate if you want your frame to fit perfectly. We have about 21 3/4, which this boat in the center is 22. Now, after we've done that, and you measure those, you write all those values down, you'll be able to fill out our form online, and that'll give us all the dimensions we need to make you an 81.5 inch frame. Now, for a 74.5 inch frame, obviously that wouldn't go into this boat. However, you just take 74.5 and split it about in the middle. If you do, 38 inches is probably close enough, 37 inches. So we just come from the center, come out 37 inches, make another mark, and I'm just going to illustrate with this pin. Roll it out to here and do the exact same thing that you did the first time around. I hope all this makes sense. If not, or if there's any confusion at all, feel free to give us a phone call at 541-757-7567, and we'll answer any questions that you have.